What is up, guys? How are we all doing? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the street. I hope you're all doing well. Hope you've all enjoyed your weekend so far. So we're back at it again with a little bit more tourist bus. Just wanted to jump in, really. Do a few routes here and there, just to try and spice it up. You know how it is. But like I say, I hope you're all doing well. Without further ado, let's just jump straight into it, shall we? So it's been a long old day today, long old day, but it's nice to be able to sit down, relax, play a little bit of tourist bus. Hopefully we don't get any trouble, but we shall see, won't we? It's been quite an interesting day today. Received a few comments actually, and before I really touch basis on the game itself and a few things which I've noticed, I will mention that I am using the Logitech G29, and what you're seeing here with the steering wheel, I'm not lying or tricking anybody in any way. This is literally how the game plays for me. There are ways to remove the force feedback. I've had a lot of comments regarding, I've been called a liar and things like that, saying that the steering wheel doesn't move as freely as what it's showing in the video. And I just want to make people aware that there is a way of removing the force feedback completely. So if that's something that you guys want to know, I'll do a future video on that. It's pretty simple, to be completely honest with you, but I just wanted people to know that I'm not tricking anybody in any way. There's just a way to get rid of it completely if that's something that you wanted to do. But that being said, that all out of the way, what is going on with this game? Where are our updates? What is going on? What is going on? I mean, I've got a really bad feeling that we're not going to get the update that we want. I think it's just going to be bare minimum, to be completely honest. As to what they include with this update that's supposedly coming, nobody really knows, do they? But I appreciate you all coming in anyway. It's going to be nice, chilled out. Got a different perspective today as well, which is pretty cool. I thought I'd try something a little bit different, So hopefully it's all okay for you guys. But it definitely feels weird being back on Tourist Bus. I've played a lot of other simulation games, and I thought it was about time I just touch basis with it a little bit and try and have a decent conversation about it, to be honest, because I'm fairly confident a lot of people are kind of wondering the same thing I am. Where is this update? It's such a shame. This game has always, for me, it's always had a nice little bit of potential. It's definitely it could definitely be worse, couldn't it? It could definitely be worse. And I think moral of the story is that if we don't receive an update within, by September at least, the player base is definitely going to drop off, isn't it? Drop off more than it already has. But how's it going, Stephen? Welcome to the stream, mate. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, sometimes it's just nice to jump on, do a bit of bussing. This is what I say about this game. It's always nice in smaller doses. I think over the past few weeks, this game has definitely got more negative reviews than what I anticipated. But it was kind of expected, really, wasn't it? I appreciate that, man. Yeah, yeah. I've been hard grafting today. I'm trying to make a little sort of like gaming station, streaming station, but from all reclaimed wood. So what you're seeing is everything that I've pretty much done today. You know, it is a work in progress, but eventually, over the course of the time on the channel, it will evolve and get better and better. So it's all gravy. But I'm glad to hear that you're doing all good. Hopefully the lights aren't too blinding. Whoa. But like I say, I appreciate each and every one of you coming in. It's nice to be able to chat with you guys. We've got a lot. I've got a lot of stuff planned for the channel over the next few weeks, simulation wise. We're going to be trying out a few other different simulation games. Got my eye on that gas station sim as well. So yeah, there'll be a little bit more variety coming to the channel. I think it's nice, obviously, doing the busing and the trucking and stuff, but I do want to touch bases on a few other simulation games as well. Just to keep it fresh. Which I think would be pretty cool. But I just want to say a massive thank you to obviously everybody. I'm at 195 subscribers now. Honestly, these last few weeks, it's just shot up so fast, and I can't thank you guys enough, honestly. You're definitely exceeding my expectations, that's for sure, because my expectations weren't very high, if I'm completely honest. But tourist bus, it's a bit of a controversial thing, isn't it, at the moment, especially with the updates and with obviously Fernbus being announced coming to consoles. Now, I know in my previous stream I touched basis on a few things, how I felt about it, but I really hope that this game doesn't get neglected, and I've just got a sneaky suspicion that that's going to be the case. I don't think there's really going to be much more that really comes to Tourist Bus. It'll probably be basic bug technical fixes eventually, but I can't really see much more content being poured into Tourist Bus, which is a shame, in my opinion, because all the buses that you see in Tourist Bus, they're all in Fernbus, so it's just a simple copy and paste over, really. Even the NPCs and stuff, they're all copy and paste, reused assets. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see what Fernbus looks like for the consoles, especially for the price point as well. Because Tourist Bus and Fernbus are they're basically the same game, aren't they? Except one's on a larger map and one's on an island. You're talking like Germany and Berlin and all that kind of stuff. I like to compare it to the Euro truck of busing, essentially. The map is definitely on par with a decent size anyway. But it's all worth it. But yeah, I did title the video "Shuttle Services," but instead I've just taken a medium route, just just basically pass the time, if I'm completely honest. But you know, the more I play Phone Bus, the more I notice the similarities between these two games. Now, of course, they're going to be similar in many ways, but I'm just worried about the content side of it for Phone Bus for console. It's definitely a big concern for me. You know, if Sony and Microsoft's refund policies weren't so strict, you know, it wouldn't be so bad. But you know, delving in and spending more money on a game that could potentially be, you know, in a very similar state to these two, you know, it's quite a risk, isn't it, really? Yeah, that's one of my concerns, Stephen. You know, I think in general terms, when we come, you know, when you play the PC version of Tourist Bus, you know, and then you look at the console side of it, there are a lot of features which are missing, a lot of settings too, which is not really reassuring when they announce that Phone Bus is coming to console as well. You know, there's bound to be a lot of content which is missing. You know, graphically, I mean, it may be okay. It may be close, but at the same time, I mean, you know, it's rather like quality over quantity. You know, it definitely feels like we're gonna get sort of like a dumbed down, sort of like stripped back version of things.
EA. Hello. Hi. Hiya.
I mean, either way, we won't know for definite. You know, we won't know for definite until the game actually releases for console, but we can kind of get a general gist, you know, general idea of what's really to come. You've got right of way, mate. But okay, I will go. You know, the one thing that really gets me is the longevity of these games. You know, TML, Aerosoft, they're always pumping out new games or doing something different, you know, without actually fixing what's currently broken. And that is just my biggest concern for Phone Bus all in all. You know, the game has got such a large reputation, and it's been requested for quite some time to come to consoles, and I just hope that they don't mess it up. You know, and you know, that's a very strong possibility, sadly. You know, for the console side of things, for simulation games coming to console, it's really nice to see more games being ported over. But we can only hope that the porting side of it generally improves. You know, considering some of the states of the games that we've had that have come over to console from PC, and they're still not right. Ugh. But what have you all been up to anyway? Yeah, I saw that, Stephen. That's not good, is it, for the commission base? Getting like 35% commission on each game that's sold, but deliberately increasing the prices of the games which are sold on the store to get more commission. I think that's disgusting, isn't it? But it just shows you the gaming industry of today. You know, as if they don't make enough money off of us already. I think the sad reality of it is that it's only going to get worse, isn't it, from here on out? Ugh. Do you know what? I absolutely hate when they park so close on the edge. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I mean that's one of the bonuses. That's one of the bonuses of going over to converting over to PC in a sense, because you're not limited to just, you know, one service. You can buy from different services, so it's, you know, it's pretty decent in that respect.
Mucho gusto.
But honestly, I can't remember the last time I actually purchased a disc. You know, I always like a good sale. You know, when the PlayStation sales come on, you know, on the store or whatever, you know, I'm all over it. I like a good sale. But they never put the games on there that I want to that I want to play. You know, it's so tough. So I just generally just play the games which I already have, or I expand on the ones which I, you know, really enjoy playing. Even going back to the older titles has been quite fun for me recently. You know, going back to games that I once loved playing. It's quite refreshing actually. Makes you appreciate, you know, how good it was then, you know. But I mean, for the general state of Tourist Bus for consoles, you know, I think it's really bad the fact that Xbox still haven't received that update yet, that luggage update. But the thing is, you aren't even missing out on anything because it still doesn't work properly anyway, you know? That's the thing. Yeah, it's quite depressing, really. It makes you wonder what they're actually doing. You know, I'd love to be the fly on the wall in the office, you know, trying to figure out or make sense of their motives. But like I said previously, this is what concerns me about Fernbus. And a lot of people are going to disagree with me, and that's fine. You know, everyone's entitled to an opinion at the end of the day, but when you've got hard facts in your face, you know, you can't dismiss them for your love for the game. Do you know what I mean? Like, as much as I enjoy playing Tourist Bus, we can't sugarcoat or hide the fact that the game's not quite right, is it? So as much as I'd love to, you know, I don't purposely bash these games, you know, I just kind of state the obvious to a degree. You know, if people want to take the dive again, take the plunge, you know, and they want to put £25 back into a game, or however much Fernbus will be, you know, that's absolutely fine. You know, I'm not trying to discourage people, but for me, I look at it in a little bit more of a realistic sense. The fact that we've had several games from the same publisher, the same developer, and it's got us nowhere. You know, we've got more questions than we do answers. You know, like we've said previously, lack of communication. You know, we just don't get anything, do we? You know, and for them to expect us, you know, to put out more money for a game which literally we all know nothing really about, because let's face it, it's not going to be the same as the PC version, which everybody expects it to be, and I think people just need to realise that fact, because it's not going to be the same as the PC side of it. The basics will be there, but I guarantee you that they'll probably strip it back just like they did Tourist Bus to make it work. You know, as much as I appreciate more simulation games coming to consoles, I think that this developer and the publisher should have just stuck with the PC. They should have just stayed that route, because I think that they bit a little bit more off than they can chew, and they've got all these projects going on, but they're half baking them. You know, they're just doing what they think is necessary, and then just moving on. And it just doesn't work like that, not in my world anyway. If you start a job, you finish it, and if you do it properly the first time, you ain't got to do it again the second time, have you? You know, that's just a general rule of thumb. But I suppose when you've got large sums of money involved, you know, people's true colours show, don't they? And you know, you get their sort of like their true intention, their behaviour behind why they do it, what they do, you know. Now, don't get me wrong, Tourist Bus I find it's quite a relaxing game. It's quite a relaxing game, you know. It's not too strenuous, you know. When things work, they work. When they don't work, it's a bit disappointing. The updates are few and far between, aren't they? You know, so I guess we all just expect that. And when it comes to Bus, I just expect the worst. People can't blame me for doing that. You know, it's just the way it is. Quite a lot of us have got our hands burnt several times, and this time round, unfortunately for them, they're not getting my money this time. But I really hope that it does well. Like I say, I really hope that this game does well. But from what we've all seen so far, it hasn't really gone that way, has it? You know. I mean, I'm very curious to hear like what people think. You know, when say for instance, Fernbus does release for console and it's in an appalling state, just like what Tourist Bus was, or is, should I say? And then they decide that they're going to announce another game. Do you confide in them again and buy the game in the hopes that, you know, they've got that one right? Or like where do you stop? Where do you draw the line? You know? Yeah, yeah, I agree with you, Stephen, completely. The problem is there's not enough testing, and most of these coaches and buses, like you said, they're really not designed for these roads. You know, some of them, crashing is kind of unavoidable. You know, you have to crash sometimes in order to actually progress with your route. How's it going, Venom, mate? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I agree with you, Stephen. I agree. The thing is, these games, they're not half bad for PC, and that's the disappointing thing, because there is no reason with the current hardware of the consoles that we have today why they can't be up to par with the PC side of it. You know, why have they got to always mess around with a formula that works? You know, I don't understand it. Appreciate the fact that they've got to take some stuff out in order for it to run, and there's probably a few coding things going on there, but you know, you take stuff out, it doesn't quite run the same way. Nice one, man. I'm glad that you're here, mate. Hope your day's been good. Boring, groggy Mondays. Yeah, you gotta love it. But I pull up. I think I pull up a very valid point as well, is that PC usually get the updates first. That's generally the way that it goes for a lot of games today. Now, a lot of people are expecting updates for Tourist Bus, for console, and all this sort of stuff, but the PC side of it, we haven't had an update for an extremely long time. You know, so it definitely makes you wonder, doesn't it? Because I'm pretty sure the console side of it is actually on a higher update than what the PC side is. So it's quite baffling, really. But don't get me wrong, Tourist Bus for console is a great game. It just requires a little bit of your imagination. You know, if you can put the bugs and everything else behind you for just 2 minutes, you know, and appreciate the game for what it really is, you can have some fun. You really can. You know, you can get proper engrossed in it, and it does a very good job with, you know, immersing you into this sort of holiday atmosphere. So it would be nice if there was a few more things going on in the world, don't get me wrong, but I mean, for the most part, it doesn't do too bad for what it's, you know, what it sets out to do, you know, so I respect them for that. But I think more or less it's the same situation as what it was with On the Road. You know, it's just no updates and no communication. I think that's all it boiled down to.
Hi.
I think these NPC voices, you know, are very cringy as well. Off the bus. Yeah, that's right. But I mean, comparing the two games, I mean, the likes of Euro Truck and American Truck, they've been out for a little while now, so they've had their you know, their bad sort of spell, you know, in the early stages of their life, and it just proves that if you put a little bit of passion, a little bit of work into your game, it just really shows you what you can accomplish. And you know, they've done a good job. If they was to make a busing game, you know, I would definitely buy it without hesitation. And that's just a credible, you know, relationship that we have with the developer, you know, because they do a good job, and they fulfill the promises which they make, you know. You know, you can definitely secure, you know, your faith in that developer because of what they've accomplished and what they've achieved, you know, and that just comes from listening to their players, you know, regular updates and the communication, you know, and I don't think TML and Aerosoft really understand how important communication is. They can't just keep expecting us to buy their games just because it's this new thing which they plucked out of their ass over a 20-minute conversation, you know, on a lunch break, whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just feel that because of their workload at the moment with the bus and, you know, tourist bus and all that, foreign bus, I think they've acknowledged the fact that there's a little bit of heat brewing, and I think they realise now that there's quite a lot of upset people, and I think what they're trying to do with Fernbus is to direct the attention away from the appalling state which they've left these games in. It's almost like a sweetener, you know. And oh, by the way, all the console players will be getting all the DLC for free as well. Like, wow, you know, sweeten you up even more. Yeah, that would be pretty cool, Stephen. I agree.
Hola, good morning.
I agree. That would be pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Hi.
Hello there. Hallo.
Oh, they take so long to get off the bus. Sometimes I feel as well as like some of them are like hiding in the luggage compartment or something, because I never remember picking up that many passengers, you know. Evening, Sim Racer. Welcome to the stream, mate. Hope you're doing well. Come on. You know, on paper, I can imagine the concept of these games sounding quite appealing. You know, and I think that moral of the story is like it just doesn't translate. Oh my goodness me. I'm sure it'll buff out. Like, I don't know who ever designed these fuel stations. How are you supposed to get a coach in here without it messing up? Do you know what I mean? Like, how's it going, BG? Yeah, I got my tanning lights on, Sim. Trying to change the colour of my socks. Oh, for goodness sake. Oh, yeah, give us some breathing room. There we go. Like, what is the point in merging out? What are you doing? Because now you've screwed us both. Sorry about your bins. There we go. Yeah, I'm not too bad, BG. Not too bad. You know, been a bit of a productive day today. In a bit of a sarcastic mood. Had a few dodgy comments on some of my videos, you know. So I'm changing me my channel name now. It's like, welcome to the liar's domain. No, I'll stop. I'll stop. Yeah, it happens more often than I care to count, Sim Racer. That's it. That's it, Stephen. Man does need his man cave. Yeah, even when you have your own area, things still go missing. You know, unavoidable. Yeah. Yeah, definitely, BG. Definitely. But you know, to everyone that's just joined the stream, obviously you notice that I've changed the layout of a few things. I hope that you like the new perspective anyway. You know, I thought I'd give you all a break from my white socks. You can kind of see him in the background a little bit, but you know, I thought I'd give you all a break from him from a little bit. You know, installed a few lights as well, so if you didn't notice, obviously. Oh no. To be honest with you, I would love to have a bar, but the thing is, I live across the road from a pub, so it's not really justifiable. Oh yeah, Sim Racer, I do, mate. Sometimes it's just the audacity of some people, you know. Like, so for this game, apparently, you know, what I was doing with the steering wheel, um, apparently I was lying somehow, because according to this particular person, the steering wheel doesn't move as freely as what it appears in my video, you know, and apparently I'm lying about that somehow. Um, so yeah, I've had it all today. Problem is that some people just get so upset so fast. I don't really know what the problem is. I mean, at the end of the day, I come and stream to have fun and, you know, and converse with people and just play games essentially. You know, I'm not here to dictate to anybody, and I'm certainly not going to take any crap from anyone either, and only because I'm on YouTube, you know, it doesn't mean to say that I'm not going to defend myself. You know, like, I don't care about it enough. Oh, goodness me. Yeah, no worries, Sim Racer. No worries. I think I've cocked up again. Never mind. That's what I mean. They really need to change like the color of the route, because all the overlapping and overlays and stuff is really such a nightmare, such a pain, especially if you've got a situation like this. Yeah, but Sim Racer, you got to understand, mate. You know, there's some people out there just got to really explain it to them, and even when you do explain it to them, you know, there's no avail. There are countless videos of me explaining the whole force feedback thing and how to remove it. And the video that the person clicked on, funnily enough, if they had watched it, they would have heard that. But yet they find that it's necessary to comment a load of crap before actually like asking or looking up the facts for themselves.
Mahlzeit.
Salut.
Oh yeah, insurance. They can have it. I'll give them the bus if they want it. Yeah, that's it, Sim Racer. To be honest, I ain't got time for it. I really don't. I'll just get on with it. You know, there's a wise saying, you know, that bees don't waste their time trying to explain to flies that honey tastes better than shit. You know, and and that's just the general rule of thumb I go for now. You know, just got to enjoy it, and yeah, there's always, you're never gonna please everybody. You know, and from doing this YouTube side of things, you know, I've noticed that, and I'm just sticking to what I feel like doing. Um, Obviously, I'll take suggestions and stuff, but you know, I think the moment that you've got to kind of force yourself to play a game just for the sake of a video, I don't think it really, that passion isn't there, is it? So you know, it can make and break the video that you try and make, and it is tough, you know, trying to find things to talk about and stuff. It's not easy. You know. But that's where you guys come in, you know, and like I said previously, you know, everyone that comes in and chats and says hello, you know, you make this whole experience 1,000 times better. You have no idea. I'm glad you like that, Stephen. Yeah, I've done that a few times, Sim Racer. Yeah, it's fun to. Don't get me wrong, it's fun to play about with the engine mods. You know, there's a few gearbox ones in there as well, like transmission ones. But you know, I mean, you just got to be really careful, especially with the gear ratios. Yeah, BG. Yeah, you can ignore them. You can ignore them. But you know, we're all human at the end of the day, and we've all got our own tolerances to that sort of behaviour. You know, and for me, you know, I'm human. I'm not perfect. You know, that person caught me in a pretty bad mood. Usually, I would ignore it. You know, but I thought, this time I'll reply to it. I don't usually do that. I just ignore it or remove the comment. But you know, it is what it is. All aboard the happy bus. Tickets,
Good
please.
morning.
Okay.
Hello.
Whoa.
Good morning.
I've never seen a bunch of
Good
people
morning.
so eager to get on my bus. Now guys, just to let you know that seat belts aren't a policy. So yeah, do that at your own risk. Yeah, Sim Racer. To be fair, right, I've been looking into all of it, you know, and if I do get to a point where, you know, I do need where I do need some like moderators or something like that, you know, then I'll definitely take suggestions. I'll definitely consider a few people. You know, I think it'd be pretty cool. To be honest, though, I don't really see myself getting that high up in the YouTube game. You know, it's completely saturated with simulation games and stuff like that, and majority of the people have already picked their favorite people, you know, so it's hard to navigate through what there already is, you know. So my expectations are very low. Yeah, I don't think there is any traffic lights, no. I mean, to be fair, traffic lights and lighting is probably the least of our concerns. Just got to make sure that the map is well lit for when you crash or your game decides to corrupt. You know, just so you can see that little bit of extra detail as it goes down in spectacular fashion, you know. Do you know what? There probably isn't any traffic lights, because even if there was, I don't think that the locals would acknowledge them anyway.
Hola. Moin.
Well, they're all aboard. You notice that as well. I get like I don't know if you can see that in the mirror, but because my luggage doors open automatically and I set it that way, it always stops the traffic, which is crazy. Because usually it's a nightmare to get out. So by having them manually, like automatically open by themselves, it kind of just blocks the traffic up a bit, which I don't mind, to be honest. Sure. Yeah, I mean, these ideas of having no lights and stuff like that, you know, I mean, we look at it from a perspective of being in a country or countries that have predominantly, you know, relied on traffic lights and stuff. These people probably haven't. They're probably so adjusted to not having them that they're probably the same as us that are adjusted to having them, if that makes sense. They probably just learned to live with it. But what do you guys think to this new perspective anyway? Do you prefer this perspective over the previous perspective? With the camera and the lights and stuff? Yeah, that's a very good point as well, Sim Racer. Yeah, our countries do have a lot more traffic. A lot more aeroplanes too, according to this game. You know, it being like a touristy island, you would really expect a little bit more like the party atmosphere at night. Do you know what I mean? And the airplanes coming in and out all the time. You know, you would have at least expected to see that, but you don't. I think I've only ever seen like 2 or 3 planes on this game, and the first one was part of the intro. You know, you very rarely see them. Oh. I appreciate that, Ken. Welcome to the stream as well, mate. Hope you're doing well. Boom. The Christmas tree will be going nowhere near my man cave, I can assure you that much, Sim Racer. To be fair, last year the Christmas tree went up on like midnight, Christmas Eve. Oh, almost missed my turn in. It's not that I don't know, it's not that I forget. Well, I do forget sometimes, but I mean, you know, it's just like when you get older, Christmas is not the same as what it used to be, and you kind of lose that, you know, that feeling, don't you? So it just becomes a normal day. It's a bit like your birthday, really. It's just another day, isn't it? So it's easy to let it slip your mind. But that's not too far away as well. Oh. Take a look at my seat. Oh, that's it. Just overtake me. Go on. If you're gonna go, commit. Oh yeah, gotta love the radiator. Although with the energy prices, it probably won't be going on. I'll just light the fire. That's what I usually do. Am I a Manchester United fan? Do you want the honest answer? I tell you what, I would rather stick my head in a poo bin than watch football. But that's my opinion.
Hello.
Ugh, is it started already? Has it got the munchies? Yeah, a lot of supermarkets around me. I walked in there the other day and I was like, they got all this Halloween stuff up. And then I remembered, I was like, oh yeah, that's not too far away either. Yeah, I don't mind Halloween. In fact, Halloween is my favourite time of year. You know, I mean, for me, I've never really understood the... Well, I haven't... I don't know, it's more of the concept of football. You know, I'd much rather actually, like, take a football out and kick it around. You know, I wouldn't mind playing football. But I guess I'm not as passionate as some people when it comes to supporting, like, you know, their favourite clubs and that. To be honest with you, I've always been more of like a Isle of Man TT kind of guy, you know, MotoGP, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, I was gonna say, Formula One's all right. I don't I don't mind Formula One, but as of recent, it's been a bit too much drama for me. You know, I mean, it's like, you know, you're supposed to be racing, but there's been so much drama in Formula One. You know, it's just a bit of a chore to watch now. But yeah, MotoGP. You know, I've been to the Isle of Man a couple of times. You know, and I've watched the racing and stuff, you know, and it's pretty hectic. When you go there, you don't really appreciate how fast they're actually going until like they just, you know, straight past you, you know. But the buzz you get, that passion you get, is crazy. No, absolutely love it. But then, you know, I've grown up around motorcycles all my life, you know. I mean, my dad's part of an MC club, and do you know what I mean? You know, it's kind of installed in me in a way. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I might do a Halloween live stream, although I'll probably get coaxed into taking the kids out trick or treating. So, you know. But we'll see. We'll see. But like I say, we're nearly at that 200 subscriber mark. You know, it only felt like it was yesterday that, you know, I was aiming towards 100. You know, it's gone so fast. Like I say to you guys, I appreciate each and every one of you, honestly. You know, it goes a long way. That van that parks there is always a nightmare. Especially if you've got traffic coming the other way. But it's been quite a pleasant drive. Minus a few bins. My son, he likes watching the buses and the trucks and stuff, you know. But I think that's as far as it goes, really. I just let them do what they want to do. I don't dictate what they want. Tell them what they've got to do, you know. Pretty good kids, so can't really complain. Oh yeah, I forgot, Sim Racer, that you've got a YouTube channel, haven't you? Well, maybe that's just something that you I mean, I guess everyone's got their own take, and it does take a little while for, you know, for the ball to get rolling. You know, it's not easy, is it?
Allô. Hola.
Salut.
Oh, fair enough, Stephen. Yeah. Got the munchie, yeah. I don't know what it is with that Roblox. But then, you know, the way that I look at it, I don't see kids gaming a bad thing. I mean, in today's world, I would much prefer them to be at home playing on their games than being out and doing what most of the youths do these days, which is not good, as we all know. Yeah, like I say, if everybody likes, you know, I mean, I'm not too sure what you cover, Sim Racer, but you know, go check out Sim Racer's channel. You know. Ah, nice one, man. Well, that's it. You know, you gotta love it. If it's a hobby, I mean, for me, like this is my little side hobby. You know, simulation games and streaming and stuff has just been a new addition over the past few months. But I've grown to really enjoy it. So I don't really look at, you know, the statistics side of it. As long as I've got an audience that I'm engaging with, you know, then I'm happy. You know, my attitude definitely won't change, that's for sure. There you go, look, Sim Racer. Maybe maybe jumping in and doing a live stream one day, you know, you'll be surprised. I'll pop in and give you a little subscribe as well. Yeah, nice one, got the munchies, nice one. What's that? Sorry, I just got to pop up on the show. Yeah, no worries, man. No worries. Let all this happy lot off the bus. Come on, time is money. Let's see how many crashes we've tallied up today. 5 crashes, that's not good enough. Yeah, well, the thing is, you just do it at your own time, man. You know, that's the beauty of it. You know, like I say, I don't tie myself down to, you know, to any sort of strict schedule. And the reason for that is just, you know, life comes first. Sometimes it's just, you know, it's just the way that it is. You can't really control that element of it. You know, it's all gravy though. It's all gravy. But yeah, guys, I think I'm going to wrap the stream up for tonight. Like I say, I really appreciate you all coming in. If you did like the video, please leave us a cheeky like, subscribe if you're new, turn that bell notification on, that way you don't miss anything new that I do. But yeah, like I say, guys, thank you all for coming in. It's been an absolute pleasure as always talking to each and every one of you, you know. Appreciate you all coming in. But yeah, like I say, I hope you like the new perspective, the new camera view and all that good stuff. But yeah, until next time, guys, like I say, take it easy, stay safe, and I will catch you all in the next one.